one of the most joyous moments in our relationship was when we heard that we won the lawsuit, and then you got down on one knee and proposed to me. We have a very exciting relationship.
Our relationship is enduring and very, very true love.
I would agree with that. I like to say the first impression I had of Chrissy was that it was like lust at first sight. She was so beautiful, and I was actually trying to introduce her to someone else. But I got swept off of my feet by her beauty. I mean, she's just one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. And I can't believe I married her.
She was everything that I had been dreaming of. Literally, that week I had been dreaming of going and meeting the woman of my dreams. I wanted to meet an artist. I wanted her to have long brown hair. I saw her and I was like, oh my God, she's right here. She's in front of me.
I said it was lust at first sight. And I said you were just so beautiful, and I can't believe I married you.
When I first saw you, it was literally like seeing a dream come true. I dreamt of you that week, and even down to your hair, and I walked out and there you were, and you were like a vision, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's the rest of my life standing right in front of me.
That was so much more romantic than what I said.
You'll catch up.
Yeah, I will. Ha. Our first real date was, I picked her up and we went to a little restaurant, and she was so skinny, and I had no idea how much this girl can eat. And we went to a restaurant, and she just ordered this massive pile of fries and just ate the whole thing within 5 minutes. And then we went to go see a musical called Spring Awakening, and I was crazy about her. And at the end of the date, I called my mom and was like, I'm crazy about this girl. She was like, come on over. I want to meet her.
Our first date was, I believe it was October 3rd, 2011. She took me to see one of her all-time favorite Broadway shows, Spring Awakening. I already knew at that point that I was like, I want to spend the rest of my life with this girl. And I know I get carried away and I fall so fast, but I really did know. And then I met her mom that night, so I guess she knew too. Spring Awakening.
Yes, we did it!
What date?
The date?
Yeah.
It was in spring?
You took me for my birthday.
October 5th.
It was October 3rd.
That's not your birthday, so that's a trick question. So, did you say about the going to the restaurant first?
No, I just said I already knew I wanted to spend my life with you, and I didn't know how you felt, but then you took me to meet your mom, so I guess you were thinking that too.
I said that. I said I took you to meet my mom.
That's true love.
Having a relationship scrutinized by hundreds of thousands of people is really intense, and I think that if we didn't really love each other, we would have not made it through having a YouTube channel. That's the truth. We started daily vlogging, and it nearly broke up our relationship because we started realizing we weren't really interacting with each other, but really interacting for a camera. Most any couple who is a vlogger who's been doing it for any substantial amount of time would say that it's really damaging to their relationship.
You know, gosh, I think having our channel in the limelight, having our relationship in the limelight has affected us in a negative way. I think that not having any independence for years, our channel is BriaAndChrissy, our email is BriaAndChrissy. We kind of lost ourselves and just became one unit. And I think that over the last year, we've been finally finding ourselves again. I said that having the channel adds a significant amount of pressure.
That's all you said?
Oh, sorry. It's like when we went on that tour boat.
Yeah.
Wear the life jacket. What? I said that having the channel adds an immense amount of pressure, but also having the channel allowed fans to remind us in those hardest times that they saw our true love, and it was able to draw us back to no, what we have is really true love. But I think that the channel and the vlogging is incredibly destructive.
And that's the only reason we were able to like sustain having a YouTube channel is because our relationship was so genuine. Otherwise, we would never have made it. And the positives was that we, have all these wonderful memories that we get to look back on for the rest of our lives. I'm going to go along the lines of the YouTube. The worst mistake that I ever made was Chrissy did a bunch of pranks on me. And it was like 10, and they were like really annoying pranks. Like, I can't have caffeine, and she went to get me a decaf coffee, but it wasn't decaf, and she gave it to me at like 7. Oh, it was the worst night's sleep of my life. Like, she just like pulled a bunch of really annoying pranks on me. So I decided, I was like, I'll just get her back. I'll just one-up her. Oh, God, I should never have done this. So I broke up with her on camera. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Anyways, the worst idea to ever do something like that to someone you love. And I was like, oh my God, I can't post this, because like she was crying and it was so sad. And she was like, if I went through this, you're gonna post it on the internet. So you don't need to be smiling, babe.
I would say that the biggest mistakes that I have made in our relationship is drinking. I battled PTSD for 9 years, and during the case and the lawsuit and the revenge porn, like, I just got into such a sad, dark place in my mind and wanting to escape it. There's 2 times that I drank, and both times Bria thought that I was gonna die. The doctors thought I might die. And one was in 2013, and I was lucky to survive, and I promised to never drink again. And then the other was last Saturday, when I relapsed, and I drank again, and I almost died. And I put her through that twice, and I hate that. And now I'm finally getting real, true help for this disease, but also I never want to die, and I never want the person who loves me more than anyone has ever loved me to have to go through that pain again. I want to love myself, which I clearly have struggled with. I want to love myself in the same true way that Bria loves me. I said the 2 worst mistakes that I've made is my drinking. 2013 and then last Saturday.
What did you say?
I said that putting you through twice now, the fear of death, the fear of almost losing me because of my torment and my mental anguish, putting you through that is the 2 worst mistakes that I've made. What did you say?
I said about the YouTube prank where I broke up with you.
Oh. Well, all our shit's out there now. That's okay, I don't mind being honest.
Yeah. I told her when she survived last week, I told her that I made vows to her in sickness and in health, and she's sick. I've never been loved the way that Bria loves me, and I've never loved anyone or anything in the way that I love Bria. And I feel like that love can get us through literally anything, and it feels like we've been through everything. I would say one of the most incredible moments in our relationship was about a year into our relationship. We realized that we were going to have to enter a lawsuit. And Chrissy became the first ever person to pursue a lawsuit of this nature. And for years, 4.5 years of fighting this lawsuit tirelessly, this just took up our lives. We were in England, and it got announced that we won the lawsuit. And getting to hear that moment and feel that moment with the person that you love, who we've been fighting so hard for this accomplishment, was just like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. And right after that moment, she got down on one knee and proposed to me.
I would say a defining moment in our relationship was probably the day that I found out I was a victim of revenge porn. It was like our world came crashing down and we were crushed. That whole week, that defining moment was starting the case for me, and I became like incapable of functioning. Like, I was just so distraught. My life had completely just shattered. And Bria loved me so much. She knew the terror that we were both feeling, and she stayed strong, stayed my rock, and found us an attorney, like gave me the courage to pursue this lawsuit, kept loving me through all the night terrors, all of the pain, all of the drinking, all of the just anguish of PTSD. And she stayed with me. She gave me the strength to keep fighting when I didn't think that I could keep fighting. I didn't know if I could survive. I think you knew that my answer would be, like, the moment that we found out about the revenge porn. That whole thing of you being there for me when I was completely crushed.
Do you know what my answer was?
Winning the lawsuit? That's so interesting, because I think winning the lawsuit was a defining moment for us, but that was like the victorious part.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the part of finding out and then you choosing to stay for 5 years is like, that was the defining moment for me.
One of the most joyous moments in our relationship was when we heard that we won the lawsuit, and then you got down on one knee and proposed to me.
Oh, yeah. How could I not, after you stuck by me for all those years? That's like the only thing I could think of to celebrate. So we did kind of say the same thing, just different ends
Different
of it.
aspect, yeah, the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
There's pretty much not a reason why I don't love her. Our hearts just love each other. And I would do anything for you.
I don't even know how to explain it. I just can't help myself. I can't help but love her. It's like, I don't know, it's like our hearts were just destined to know each other. It's like Bria feels like home to me. I can't help but love her.
I said our hearts just love each other. And I would do anything for you.
I said I can't help but love you because it's like our hearts just know each other. And I can't help but love you. Your heart feels like home to me. You feel like home.
Hey guys.
You want a good thumbnail?
I just want a kiss.
I know.
Wait, give me a kiss. Don't do a thumbnail kiss. Oh, that